Hey everybody, how's everybody going? I hope everybody's doing great. In this video I'm going to show you how I fix my resin pieces. In this case it's a set of coasters from a mold and a coaster holder. So I've got some rough edges in the bottom, and this will be really good for the newbies. So what I did was I just heated the resin a little bit, the areas that I want to try and cut with my knife. So this piece was done the day before. So day after, when I go and unmold, I immediately start looking at what I need to fix. If there's anything, usually there's nothing, but in this case I had some bumpy bits that needed to be cut. So it's giving me a little bit of grief because the resin is still a little bit soft. So I'm having a couple of goes with the heat gun and the knife. And then I decide to go with another approach, which is coming up next. It's so soft. It's really soft. I'm going to probably cut it with scissors. Look at that. Cutting it with scissors because it's still soft enough. Because it's cold. If this was a warm day or a hot day, this would be rock solid now. But it's set, but it just hasn't cured. So it's going to take a while for it to cure. So look at that, and I'm cutting it with scissors. And then I'm going to go, see, it's solid everywhere else, just there. And then I'm going to go with just a file, regular, like something not too harsh, like a nail file or something like that. And that's all I'm going to do, just go around the edge, make sure that there is good. I mean, I could have poured another layer of resin on top of that, but then I was running a risk of it leaking down here because that was lower than the rest of it. So it would have leaked there, and then I'd have to tape it. And no, this is so much easier. I can even go around with my gorgeous pen. These chrome pens are just amazing. I just want to make sure that this is nice and smooth. So this is a very fine nail brush. It's nail file. All I'm doing is making, because it's already soft. See, I don't need anything too harsh for this. You don't see it now, but once I go around with the pen, you will see it. So that's why I'm making sure that I got all of it. Making sure to wipe all the dust off with a wet wipe. Good old scissors, eh? I'm sure a lot of you have done it before. For, you know, for the newbies who don't know, it's a good little tip. You don't have to worry about it too much. Don't let it stay, you know, like get onto it as soon as you notice it, because like the harder it gets, the resin gets, the harder it is to take off, and you don't want to have to be using big sanding tools and things like that. Cheers, having my coffee. Love my morning coffee. Alrighty, let's go. Which one to use? Gold, because I've already got gold in there. Should I use gold? Alright, let's go I'll move you out of the way so you get accidentally burnt. It's likely to happen with me. Alright, let's see. Just on the edge. Oh, maybe I need to... There we go. I love these pens. Just on the edge. That's all I want. It doesn't like the wipe. That's what it is. See, now it's happening. Now it's coming. Yeah, it didn't like the wipe. Just a thin line on the edge for me does it, does the trick. I could even go up here, do a thin line on the outside. Let's do it. Well, we want to go the opposite way, don't we? And notice the pinky? Very important step. Don't laugh. Oh no, okay, I'm laughing. It is important because it's holding the whole thing steady. Have you ever noticed when the nail artists do your nails, how they do the pinky thing? It just comes natural, you know. You're just steadying that, holding it all nicely so there's no movement, and you've got somewhere to lean your hand, and then you get a proper line going. Got better control if I do it on the edge of the pen. That's why I have to go a few times back and forth, because the pigment is sort of on the tip. I don't want it. It's just on the edge. Yeah, I can even go down. I kind of dressed it up a little bit. It's only a small one. You can see a little cracks here. That's from the air pockets. But things like that don't worry me too much. It just adds character. Now, should I do the same with these guys? Maybe on the bottom. This is actually pretty good, but I do need to go around and sand the edges a little bit, which I will do now. I'll just get this guy out of the way so I don't get stuff on him. Okay, I've got another. This one's just about had it. I just want to go around with this. Oops. I wanted to save you from that sound because I know it's annoying even to me. I just wanted to explain why. So you notice a different sound. I'm explaining it in there and showing the other piece. It's making that sound because this coaster has completely cured and it's hard. So it's rock solid, unlike the actual holder, which had an extra resin put on top of it. So I'm just doing a little cleaning now, and I'm just about to use my pen. The reason I would go up top, and I could even go with silver because I've got lots of silver in there. But the reason why I just don't want to destroy that nice continuing kind of pattern going down there with those rings. That's why I'm going down here. But I could go up there. Can you even see that? See, I can even go with my... I'll definitely go with the gold. But even copper would look good there. Copper, silver, any of them would look good. So I'm just going to go around. Oh, try not to go on the bottom. And do these nice thin lines. I don't even know if you can see that. You can see it in the bottom. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it. Maybe I can do a little bit of a, maybe do a thicker line. Let's go up that way. Difficult to hold. Nope, definitely this way is better for me. Ah, yep, here we go. Press a little bit harder, you can actually see the line, which was the whole point of it. Okay, that one's done. Now we're doing the next one. Next one. Oh, I love the little ones on the edge. Turned out alright. I've already got some ideas, some new ideas what to do. See, I love seeing these things once I, you know, got back into videoing. I've been going on YouTube to see what people, you know, what people are showing, what they're not showing, and trying to, you know, do things that hasn't been done, or, you know, sometimes I see things like these droplets that I thought were really amazing, but then I go, I want to try and see how that works, but then I want to, you know, see what else I can do, so I don't just copy what somebody else has done. I like to learn from them and then use that to create something else, or maybe some new technique or something like that. And that was the whole purpose of doing these bubbles. And maybe somebody's already done it, I don't know. I haven't seen. I don't really spend that much time on YouTube. But I forgot where I was going with that. I'm still thinking about what I was trying to say with that. Or maybe I've already said it. Oh, I don't know. The older I get, the more senile I get. Oh, dear me. But yeah, that's the whole point for me. Is, and you know, you see so many, well, not that many, but you know, I've seen some people that on YouTube that, you know, they've got so many followers, you know. Why do you need to copy someone? And if you do, just give credit to that person. Just say, you know, I saw this person do it. Even if you can't remember the name, just say, you know, I saw someone do it, can't remember the name. You know, if I come across it again, because sometimes you lose as you go, unless you go in your history. I suppose you can find them. It all takes effort, doesn't it? But you know, you can just simply say, I saw this being done and I want to, you know, see how I could do it, or how I can improve it, or whatever. Don't just take it and own it like it's yours. I get annoyed at that. Not just with my ideas, but with other people's ideas too, because I will see it and I'm going like, I've seen someone do that. And I know who has done it. And, you know, you're taking it on, and you know, it's just really annoying to me. I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, it's all hard. It's all, a lot of the ideas, as, you know, creators, we all have very similar ideas, you know. And somebody will just think of something, and this has happened to me. Like, I'll think of something like, oh, I've got to try that. And then somebody else has done it. I'm like, oh, damn it. Somebody's done it. But it's good. It sort of teaches you how it works, and if it works, if it doesn't work. Anyway, there we go. That looks nice. I did a little bit of chit-chatting with you while I was doing it. I think I want to go, I don't really see that bottom line that much. The top one I can see because you've got the view from the top, but the bottom thing I can't really see because it's sort of like right on the edge. So I want to go a bit higher on that one, so I might speed this bit up. The problem is with these, they're permanent. And I made a bit of a mistake there, but that's alright. It sort of looks a bit like... Anyway, so let's get them in there. So if I put them all like that, the red side, you can really see that beautiful line. Oops, the other way. You can have them either way, I suppose. There. Oh, that made it look so much nicer. Made it look so much nicer. And then I can spin them all around and have them the creative side with the patterns and things. If I can find it, be great. We can do half-half. Look at that. I can have it like that. Anyway, that is it for this one. I will take some photos and I'll see you again soon. Bye. And then we got these little thingies. They're rubber or silicone even. I think they're rubber. I never know what they're called. It took me forever to Google it. I was Googling buttons for coasters and all kinds of things. But yeah, I just did not know until something popped up and I was like, yay. So I'm going to put the larger ones, I think, on here. And I think I might just go one there. Four will be enough. One there, sort of like 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And then 3 and 9. Approximate. And because I'm sitting down, I can't really see what I'm doing, so I better stand up so I can sort of line that up properly. Oops. So I'm not measuring anything. Some people get really, and I do sometimes as well, measuring. So it's easy. If I was selling this to someone, yeah, I'd measure it, make sure it's in the right place. And then it's, so I don't want to put any on here because it'll be higher than, I've already worked that out because that's like a millimeter. I don't have a ruler here. Oh yes I do. Oh, good girl. So it is for about 1.5 millimeters. So if I put it on each one of them, so that's 3, that's 6 extra millimeters, and that'll go up to 6 millimeters will be, oh maybe it might just stick out a little bit. I might be able to do it. They even look pretty like that. No, but I don't think I want to put them on. I think I'm just going to leave it as is because they sit nicely in there. That's that. Done.